This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has zero sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
It's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
The 2021 home slate comes to a close tonight from the Davis Event Center as the Northwest Rangers step back into Fulton to face off with the ICC Indians. Hello, Roll Tribe, everybody. Jordan Smith here alongside Jim Ingram. Pleased to have you joining us in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth from the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. Visit davisfordsales.com or stop by 904 West Main Street in Fulton to pick out your next dream car, truck, or van. That's Davis Ford right here in Fulton. We're getting ready to take you to the floor now for the starting lineup, brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Let's see if Coach Bozeman has that winning combination dialed up in tonight's starting lineup. So it is a sophomore-laden lineup tonight for ICC. It'll be Rodarian Pendleton drawing his first start of the year. The 5'10", 145 sophomore is out of Jackson Provine. Brandon Brown will draw the start again tonight. He's averaging a double-double at 19.2 points per game, 10.5 rebounds per game for Brown, the sophomore out of White Station High School in Memphis, Tennessee. Tremontis Mitchell draws a start at the 3 spot, the sophomore also out of Jackson Provine at 6'5", 215, averaging nearly 7 points per game. T.J. Wallace in the starting lineup tonight, averaging a little over 7 points per game, shooting it at almost 50%. The sophomore is out of Amory and drawing his first career start tonight. Jalen Bean, sophomore at 5'11", 170 out of Wheeler High School. For Northwest, it will be Sanders, Gordon, Richards, Tunstall, and Lang. That's Sanders, Gordon, Richards, Tunstall, and Lang, the starting five tonight. For Coach Shane Oakley, his Rangers come into the year at 6-7. Jim, this is a team here as we get underway. First American National Bank opening tip, won by Northwest. ICC seen twice this year. Lost the first matchup on the road up in Senatobia. Knocked off Northwest back about a month ago by 5 points here inside the Davis Events Center.
Jordan is very similar. They are 6-7. We're 5-7. Like you said, we split so far this year. It's a big game tonight, sophomore night. We hope we can take advantage of the home crowd and find a way to win the game.
This will be the last contest of the regular season for Northwest as a quick foul's called on Jalen Bean, and we'll see free throws coming from D'Antoni Gordon. Gordon actually leads them in scoring at 13.5 points per game. He's going to connect on both of those free throws there to open up play tonight. This is the last game of the regular season, though, for Northwest. ICC will play again on Saturday as they travel down to Delta to conclude their regular season. But if you're ICC, you beat Northwest tonight, that gets you to 6-7. That drops them to 6-8. And then you take a look at what you've got on Saturday. You've got an opportunity to be the 4th seed.
No doubt about it.
As you move forward. As T.J. Wallace with the bucket there to knock us back up at 2-2.
2-2. We just started the game. 19-10 left in the first half. Northwest against ICC men.
I believe that was Gordon there off the right side block again. He puts it back in the bucket. So 4 quick points tonight for D'Antoni Gordon.
Jordan mentioned it's 4-2. ICC down by 2 with the ball. 18:50 left in the first half.
And it'll be a winner-take-all game for the 4 seed. Winner of this one tonight will be the 4 seed when the tournament time rolls around. As bad-looking three-point shot for ICC, shot out of a cannon up the floor as Jalen Sanders, and Northwest has pushed out the lead to 6-2.
6-2, early lead, 4-point lead for the Rangers.
Brandon Brown down into the paint, double team, now kicks right side to Bean, 2 steps inside the three-point line, pull-up jumper in, and good for the sophomore from Wheeler.
Glad to see that for Bean. Hadn't started any this year until tonight, knocks down the jumper.
First points of the year for Jalen Bean right there as he connects on sophomore night. Man-to-man on the defensive end for ICC. Here's Bean in defense against Tunstall, who takes him right side, give and go with Tyler Lang. Lang back left hand out top, pass nearly picked off. Now into the lane with a left hand, can't finish as Sanders, and Bean there to clean up the board. Now quickly up the floor on the offensive unit. Wallace off left side, back to Bean, now kicked right with Pendleton. Man-to-man on the defensive end is over pursuit out top by Tunstall. Basketball now resets back with Wallace, 15 on the shot clock. Pendleton, right side wing, down to 10 on the shot clock, runs into his own man, now turns around, pull-up 3 off the right side wing, is airballed, and lands in the arms of Jalen Sanders. Not a great-looking shot there for Pendleton. Now three-pointer off the right side. Off the back iron, no good. Long rebound comes out top to Sanders. He penetrated the lane after that, was fouled on a block. I believe that foul call will be on the floor, so we'll inbound it from the baseline.
6-4, Rangers up early, 17:22 left in the first half.
Foul goes on Brandon Brown, his first, team's second. 2 fouls here early on in this one for ICC, 0 for Northwest. Gordon's the one you've got to watch. He's the leading scorer at 13.5 points per game. He's got it off the right side. Now goes with his left hand onto the floor. Lots of contact. Shot up off the front iron, no good, and rebounded by Brown. Now Brown out in transition. Doesn't have very good numbers, but gets it all the way to the glass. Can't get it to go as he fought through contact, but there's Shermontis Mitchell for the offensive board. We got whistles, and the nets all tangled up as if that's one of the perks of having a tall official there is he's just able to reach up there and knock it loose.
Give him a uniform.
He may have played back in the day.
He
looks like he could probably still play. He played here. Possibly.
A couple years ago.
Maybe. Maybe not. 6-4, Northwest leads. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mitchell off left side. Gives to Brown. Puts the ball on the floor left hand. All out of control. And there he got called for the travel. As he got his hands on that basketball, Jim, and his feet just got to moving before he could get the ball on the floor.
As Jordan mentioned, 6-4 Rangers, 16:40 left in the first half.
No substitutions yet in this one, as it's been Pendleton, Brown, Mitchell, Wallace, and Bean for ICC. Sanders, Gordon, Richards III, Tunstall, and Lang have been the 5 for Shane Oakley and his Northwest Rangers. Ball batted around, knocked loose, and ends up in the arms of Bean. Now 3-on-1 out front. Pendleton got it to Wallace. It's off the hands of Wallace and out of bounds. And that may have been one pass too many there.
Too many, I agree.
He had the lane, pass was behind Wallace and sailed out of bounds.
Or do a bounce pass in front of him. But anyway, good effort. Just had another turnover. 6-4 Rangers with the ball, with the lead. 16-15 left the first half.
ICC's not been in action since last Monday. They dropped the 87-79 decision to Holmes. And that turnover bug was something that bit ICC pretty badly that night. As Richards drove up the right side, put up a layup, couldn't get it to go, and I think they may have got him for a foul on the rebound. Actually, they got 2. They got Gordon instead. So DeAntoni Gordon, sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama, the reverse transfer from Wichita State. He's averaging 13.5 points, about 7 rebounds per game for Gordon. So he's had a pretty good year for Northwest.
He's a good-looking athlete, about 6'7", can really jump, good shooter.
His friends at Wichita State made a good run in the American Conference tournament a couple weeks ago. Made it into that first 4 of the NCAA tournament, got beat by Drake. But it was a berth in the NCAA tournament out in Wichita, Kansas. 6-4, Northwest leads it now. 3 off the left side wing. Contact after the shot, no call. Lang with the rebound, puts it up right hand. He can't get it to go. And it's almost like there's just a top on the bucket right now for Northwest as they're getting good looks and can't get them to go down.
Jalen Bean with his, I believe, his 3rd rebound of the ball game.
Yeah, Bean's not going to wow you with size,
no.
5'11", 170. But he's been on the boards. There's another turnover for ICC, and that's what the ones you've got to eliminate right there, Jim. As we talked a week ago, it's the unforced turnovers that are causing the problems. Carlos Curry has checked into the game for Northwest. Curry played really well in that first contest back on January 25th, had 16 points. I believe that's his largest scoring outing of the year.
And he's the 6'11" transfer from Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. So you got 2 Division I guys out there. He's trying to go alley-oop. Can't get it to go. Gordon with it, puts a shoulder into Bean, now fights through contact, and they say he traveled before he got it to go up and in. So 6-4 remains the game. 15:06 to play is substitution time. Hunter Stacy, Rod Jones, Walter Hamilton, and Kean Mims check into the game. So, you know, those 4 mixed in there with Brown, that's been your 5 down the stretch, really, for Coach Eric Bozeman.
Good job by the starting 5. I like the way the sophomores played. They're only down 6-4 with 15 minutes left in the first half.
Jones off the left side, now up top with Stacy, the freshman. To Mims on his right side, another freshman. Ball knocked loose, and another turnover for ICC. 3 straight possessions on turnovers as Lang off the left side, blocked by Hamilton, and ICC's got it back. Quickly up the floor, Brown. Good pass to the left with Stacy. Contact, it's up off the front iron, no good, but a foul, and they call the foul on the floor. So it wouldn't have been good if it went anyway.
Good job by ICC's defense. Had the fast break. Could not convert, but still have the ball down 6-4.
Been sloppy both ways early in this one as Northwest averages a little over 14 turnovers per game. ICC's at 13.3. So both teams have been a little careless with the basketball at times. That's definitely shown itself here tonight. As Stacy's 3 won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Who's it off? Who's it off? They're going to say off ICC, and Northwest has the basketball.
I believe that was the correct call. 6-4, Northwest with the lead. It's been 6-4 a long time, like the last 2 or 3 minutes. 14:30 left in the first half.
ICC led it 2-0. Northwest went on a 6-0 run and is now leading it 6-4. We're over 5 minutes into action. Has not been a lot of scoring. His left side driving over there is James Richards III, and the sophomore out of South Haven gets into the scoring column for the first time tonight. So make it 8-4 Northwest as ICC working it on sophomore night out top with Stacy to Jones. Jones pulls up for 3, airballs it himself, and lands in the arms of Sanders. Sanders loses his dribble crossing the half-court stripe, but is able to regain it as he's being guarded all the way out there in man-to-man by Brandon Brown. Sanders starts left, now back right into the lane. Through Hamilton, got it up to go. Couldn't go the first time, but the board on the second try is up and good.
Sanders now with 4 points for the Rangers. Their lead is 10-4.
And that's the key with Big Walter down there is you want to get him up in the air. Once you get him up in the air, he's got to come down at some point, and you're able to get up and around him as the freshman has really been good down low in defense so far this year, but that's one way that we've seen teams able to get around him. Now another turnover. Out front, foul, as Forte Prater went up with the left hand. Foul will go on Rod Jones, his first, team's 3rd. but just consecutive turnovers. I believe it's 4 of the last 5 possessions have been turnovers for ICC.
And we're fortunate we're only down 6.
So we'll see Forte Prater go to the line. Really impressed with Prater when they were here about a month ago, and I wasn't the only one. We talked with Coach Eric Bozeman on the postgame show, and he said that he believed last year Prater was the best point guard prospect in the state of Mississippi. Freshman out of Starkville is averaging a little over 11 points per game for them, shooting the 3 ball at 45%. The free throw line hasn't been very good to him, but he knocks home one of those there and knocked them both home and expanded the lead out to 12-4. But to hear Coach Bozeman talk about Prater the way he did, it was impressive, and he's looked good both times we've seen him so far this year. 12-4, Northwest leads ICC. ICC trying to cut back into it as the offensive end has struggled here early in this one with the turnover bug. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brown goes to work against Sanders. Now he's double-teamed out top. Jones swings to Stacy. Pulls up for 3 off the left side. Front iron no good. Rebound knocked around. It'll come out of there with Forte Prater. Prater swings it up the floor to Sanders. He lays it up off the left side, and suddenly you look up and Northwest leads by 10.
Fast break. Got out on the fast break. We did not get back on defense, as you mentioned. 14-4. Rangers up. 12:45 first half.
6 points for Sanders as Brown drives in. Shot won't go. Blocking foul. So we'll see Brandon go to the line, I believe. So I think that they're going to say that one's on the floor too. So they'll say the foul occurred before he made his move to the goal. That one typically is going to get you some free throws, but they're going to say that foul occurred on the floor against Jalen Sanders, his first, team's third. His entry pass comes to Jones, kicked right side to Mims, who's going to work against Gordon, gets him up in the air, now puts it back up way off the top of the glass, won't go, but Hamilton there on the offensive board slaps it off the glass, in and good.
Good job by Walter Hamilton following up on the missed shot.
8-point advantage for the Rangers. As Prater's got it out top, being defended by Jones. A little contact, kicked out there, and Jones knocked it out of bounds. Well, Jones did a good job of recuperating in defense as he got beat, but he got in there in the throwing lane and knocked the ball loose.
Didn't give up on the play, as you mentioned. Good defensive play. 14-6, Rangers up by 8, 12:20 left in the first half.
Very athletic lineup on the floor here for Northwest with those 3 guards and 2 forwards led out top by Prater, who is really the 6th man. He subs off the bench most of the time. James Richards III, left side now with Sanders. Sanders hasn't come off the floor yet. There's DeAntoni Gordon with it. Transfer out of Wichita State off the right side corner. Gets it down low with Curry, and Curry with the baby hook in the lane. Gets it up over Hamilton to go.
Right at the shot clock also.
6'11", 240-pound sophomore out of Albany, Georgia, in Carlos Curry.
Good job by Curry. 16-6. Northwest up by 10, 11:45 left in the first half.
Mims down low, working against the double team. Kicks it over to the corner now to Rod Jones. Pulls the trigger on the 3, airballed another one. That's 3 air balls on 3s from ICC offensively tonight. You combine that with the turnovers, and that's not the recipe you're looking for offensively.
It's not a winning recipe.
Sanders pulls it up, no good, as I nearly knocked the table down in front of us here. As we're calling the game from the second level, as we're in the volleyball perch is the way I like to call it. I like to call it the Cameron Indoor Stadium perch. That's what I feel like we're doing, looking right down on top of the floor from this corner angle. 16-6, Northwest leads at 11:15 to play. ICC has struggled abysmally on the offensive end so far here tonight. Just a half-court man-to-man defense. Shot clock low again, and there's a foul on Prater about 20 feet away from the basket.
Jordan, this is 16-6, and it could be a lot worse with the turnovers, us missing the shots, shooting air balls, and we're only down 10.
Foul goes on Prater, his first. We'll see T.J. Wallace sub back into the game for ICC. Walter Hamilton will get a breather. On the side for Northwest, Trey Jackson subs into the game. He'll take off Jalen Sanders, who's going to come off the floor for the first time tonight. So as we get reset here, 16-6, Northwest leads ICC. 11:06 to play in first half action. Out top with Wallace. He's being defended by Gordon. So a little bit of a mismatch there down low. It's whistle and a push. And another baseline inbound coming here. Fouls on 22 in blue is the call. Trey Jackson, who's just subbed into the game, probably 10 seconds of playing time so far tonight. He gets whistled for his first foul, 5th on the team here so far tonight. Mims with the ball. I would say if I had to pick a most improved player from week 1 to now, Kean Mims is going to be that guy for you. His ball knocked loose, down low with Brown. Now he regains his control back, but there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to move quick. Pulls up for 3 from the logo and hits the bottom of the net. That's where you want the basketball to go when the clock gets low. Brandon Brown drills home his first points of the night.
Big shot, cuts us to 7, 16-9, 10:30 left in the first half.
That's the type of bucket that'll sometimes generate you some momentum on the offensive end. As Gordon pulls up for three, rattles around no good. Stacy clears the board for ICC. 7-point advantage for Northwest as ICC has a chance to cut back into that lead more. Brown into the lane, loses his handle. They say he just slipped down, ball knocked loose, but turned over immediately by Northwest down the floor. Pushing it up 4. Now Stacy drives baseline left side. He took 2 steps before he put the basketball on the floor.
16-9, Northwest up, 10:03 left in the first half.
As for a game that has had no more points than this, 16-9, we got 10 to go in the first half. It's been sloppy both ways. There's not been much offense on either side, though.
You're right, and we mentioned earlier, we've got 9 points in 10 minutes, and we're still in the ball game.
As Deshaun Berry is subbed onto the floor for the first time tonight, the freshman out of Hulka gets into the action early, knocks the ball loose. Brown's got it, whistling a foul. As that's probably not a terrible foul there by Tyler Lang, because I'm not sure he meant to do that or not, but it was going to be a 2-on-1 in transition for ICC. You give him the foul instead, no free throws, and you got to make the offense reset on the offensive end.
16-9, Rangers up by 7 with 9:49 left in the first half.
On the floor for ICC, Stacy, Wallace, Brown at the guard spots. I guess you could consider Deshaun that swing guy. He could play the 3 or the 4. He could really play anything you wanted him to. And then down low, Kean Mims is your only true forward on the floor here for ICC. He's got it beyond the arc, out the right side wing. He's going to drive in there with the left hand, air ball. Tapped around, and finally ends up in the arms of Berry. Now Berry back to Brown, pulls the trigger on a 3 in front of the Northwest bench and drives it home again. Brown, 2 quick threes for the Indians.
Good job by Brandon Brown. Cuts the lead to 4. 16-12, 9:20 left in the first half.
Brandon's only shot the 3 ball at 21% this year, but he's shooting it well tonight so far. As Prater puts up a circus shot, no good. ICC with the board. Ball's tapped around out top, and Prater ends up with it. Just not taking care of the basketball really on either end. Either team so far tonight. Prater drives the lane, tried to pass it to a ghost over here at the baseline. As he thought Lang was going to move in there for it, but the closest person to it was Adam Gore, and he's 15 feet up in the stands.
16-12, Indians, Brandon Brown hitting 2 threes when the shot clock is running down. It's got us back in the ball game.
That's correct. 4-point advantage for Northwest. They've led it by as much as 10 here so far in the first half.
(16-12), Indians down by 4 with the ball. 8:50 left in the first half.
Berry working it from left to right, gives to Stacy, being defended over there by Richards in the man-to-man. Mims out top left side now to Wallace. Wallace starts left, now right into the lane, kicks off to Berry. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Stacy pulls a trigger for 3, bottom of the net. They've cut the lead to 1, a 9-0 run for ICC's cut it to 16-15.
Good job, good shot by Hunter. Now shooting 40% from the three-point line. Has improved his shooting for the year.
Curry trying to back down Mims, has to kick out top with Lang. Lang into the lane with the logo, floater up there in and good as a quick answer there for Northwest.
Tyler Lang's first 2 points of the ball game. 18-15, Rangers up. 8:10 left in the first half.
You feel like you're back in the game. And we mentioned a minute ago as Brown hit that 3 at the buzzer, sometimes that energizes you on the offensive end, and it looks like that's what's happened for ICC offensively. Brown, spin move off left side, looking for somewhere to go. Gets to Berry off the glass, can't go. Ball knocked around, and Northwest clears the board. Well, a great move by Brown. Got it to Berry, and Berry just couldn't quite finish it. 3-point advantage for Northwest. Under 8 to play here in the first half. It's off the right side. Foul called as the shot goes up, no good by Richards. But he'll go to the line for 2. So we'll see who they got on the foul call here. As it's going to be on Berry, his first. Team's 4th. So 6 fouls on Northwest early in this one, 4 on ICC, 7:43 to go here in the first half. So neither team in terrible shape from a foul situation. Nobody with 2 fouls so far in this game on either bench. His first free throw up by Richards, in and good.
And Northwest has shot 5 free throws and hit them all so far, and we have not been to the free throw line.
Richards the third here. He's shot more free throws than anybody else on Shane Oakley's team. 65% shooter so far on the year is Richards III, sophomore out of South Haven, as we mentioned. And he knocks both of those home, so he's done a good job off the free throw line here so far tonight. 6 of 6 is Northwest as a team.
No doubt.
And for a team that only shoots at 61%, that's not a bad clip
That's strong.
whatsoever.
Strong.
5-point lead for the Rangers as Brown walks the basketball up the right baseline. Works off a screen from Mitchell. Nowhere to go with it, has to back out, 15 on the shot clock. Now going to go off the left side. Working from a screen comes Wallace. Steps up, pullback jumper, 10 feet, front iron, no good. Curry clears the board for Northwest. They got Curry and Richards down low. They've got a great rebounding advantage in the low post. It's pull-up jumper, no good for Richards. Batted around, and Rod Jones clears it for the Indians. A good look on both ends there. Neither team able to convert. We stick at a 5-point lead for Northwest. Had not had a timeout in the first half. We've played 13 minutes without a timeout so far. As Brown has it, left side, puts up off the glass, rolls around, no good, and Richards clears the board. Just back and forth we go. Neither team's able to knock anything home on the jump shot variety. It's quickly in transition, though. Cavante Tunstall gets into the scoring column for the first time tonight, as that's about a 100% clip there. If you get it in transition like that, it's going to be an easy scoring opportunity.
No doubt. He got the layup, pushed the lead to 7, 6:30 left in the half.
Seventh guy go in the scoring column is Tunstall so far tonight for the Rangers. Back out to a 7-point lead. Down off the left side block is Brown. Swings it around the floor. Now back to Wallace. 3-point range to the left. Dribble drive into the lane. Jump stop. Puts it up and good. But that jump stop was one too many steps. He's already picked up his dribble with 1 foot. He jump stop. That's 3, and that's travel.
No doubt that was traveling. Hey, it was good looking, but it's traveling.
He got it there into the middle of the lane, but it's amazing what you can do when you don't have to dribble, you know?
That helps. Of course, in the NBA, they wouldn't have called one.
Oh, absolutely not. That's not even – I don't even know if it's in the rule book in the NBA anymore, Jim. As Prater has it out top, screen from Curry. Richards with the screen. Trying to get it there. Ball was deflected, but ends up in the arms of Sanders, who drives it in there with the left hand and puts it up. Right place, right time for Jalen Sanders. He leads all scoring with 8 points.
And they extended the lead out to 9 again, 24-15. Northwest over the Indians, 5:50 left in the first half.
They pushed it out to 10 with about 14 minutes to go. ICC 3 threes, though, between Brown and Stacy, cut it to 1, but they have not scored since that point. Mitchell is going to step into 3 off the right side wing himself, off the right side of the back glass, no good. And here comes Northwest again. Chance to push it back to double digits. As that could have been a travel called right there on Sanders, but they said the basketball was deflected. Prater looking down low at Richards. Richards scored early, but it's been quiet on the offensive end the last few possessions. Spin move off the right side block, back iron no good, and Brown doesn't have to jump for the rebound.
Good defense by the Indians. Down by 9.
And there's a whistle and a timeout. We played 15 minutes without a timeout, but we finally get it there. 5:16 to go in the first half. Northwest leads 24-15. Let's take a break. We'll be back after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
For all your insurance needs, give Joey Cox a call at 662-401-7732. Stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street there in Fulton. That is Joey Cox. Give him a call for all those insurance needs. 24-15, Northwest leads ICC. 5:11 to play here in the home finale of the regular season for ICC. Brown double-teamed off the left side block, gives back to Mitchell off left wing. Now going back to Brown again. He still has nowhere to go. He's a double-teamed once again. Mitchell drives the lane, ball knocked loose, and here comes a transition opportunity for Northwest. Contact, good defense by Jones as he backpedaled, kept his hands up, didn't give him anywhere to go. As I think a foul was finally called at the tail end of that, but he was able to stop what would have been an easy bucket in transition.
Good job of Rod Jones. You mentioned he didn't foul him during that series.
He did get called for the foul on the tail end of that, though. That's his second. He's going to stay on the floor, though, as he's still out there, as Barry and Stacy sub back into the game, subbing off Mitchell and Wallace. We're going to keep Rod Jones on the floor, though, with 2 fouls. Prater's got it out top. Shot clock reset off the foul. So a good look here for Northwest. Quinn Kyles has checked into the game. Good pass down low with Richards, and that's easy off the left side. As Gordon's able to score it quickly with the left hand. Now he has 6 points.
Largest lead of the game, 26-15 by 11, 4:25 left in the first half.
ICC trailed by 10, went on a 9-0 run to cut it to 1 point, has not scored since. A 10-0 run to answer right back by Northwest. Been a game of runs so far here tonight as Mims puts it up. Back glass, Banks closed, and nothing going. Now Northwest shot out of a cannon. An opportunity to rip the goal off, and there he is. D'Antoni Gordon up for a big slam.
28-15, Gordon with 8 points leading the Rangers tonight. They're up by 13, 4 minutes left in the first half.
Good defense leads to offense. That's the motto for most guys, and that's what we've seen so far tonight. Is Stacy just answers right back, pulls up a three in the face of Gordon. It hits the bottom of the net. Ball knocked loose there on the drive as Sanders tried to get it back up. Stacy knocked it loose. Northwest gets it back, can't get it to go, and Barry got his hands on it. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say it finally went off the hands of Prater, and ICC got it back. But that thing looked like a pinball down low there.
28-18, you know, we're down by 10, but the three ball's keeping us close.
Only reason we're in the game is we got 4 threes. More threes than twos at this point for ICCs. They got 4 threes, 3 twos. That gets them to their 18 as they trail by 10. 3:30 to play. All by himself down low. Mims count the basket. He'll go to the line for one more. It's a good job there by Mims. Didn't even have to put the basketball on the floor. Turns right to the glass and puts it in and good.
Jordan, we got to get him going. He missed his first 3 shots tonight. Looked like he lost a little confidence. Got the ball underneath there, got it going. He is really good underneath with the ball.
Mims struggled a little bit early this year for Coach Eric Bozeman, but he's really turned it on in the last month. And that really all started back on February 22nd when Northwest was here last time. It was a 5-point lead or win for ICC as Mims knocks home that free throw. But Kia went for 14 points and 8 rebounds that night, and he's really been the same player ever since that point. As for the first time tonight, ICC goes into a press look on the defensive end, trying to make life a little more difficult for Northwest as they move the ball up the floor, but Prater does a great job. He got the ball in the center, saw a lane to split, got it to the glass, and laid it up.
30-21. 3 minutes left in the first half. Rangers up by 9.
A very athletic bunch from Northwest is if they get past that initial press at the half-court line, they've got numbers, and you're in trouble on the defensive end. Ball swung to Mims for 3 out of the corner. It's off the back iron, no good, and Kyles controls the board for Northwest. Now here they come again. They like to run out in transition. They're going to do it again. Sanders, pull up 3, corner, back iron, no good. Mims fighting Kyles for the board. There's going to be a foul called on 12 Kyles. ICC will get the basketball.
Good job by Mims hitting the boards. 30-21, 2:40 left in the first half.
Foul does go on Quinn Kyles, his first, team's 8th. As Carlos Curry will sub back onto the floor. Curry, the big 6'11", 240 sophomore, reverse transfer from Ole Miss last year. So there's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity off that. First one from Mims, rolls around good. And we were bragging on Mims a minute ago. One thing he's done a lot better the last couple of weeks is shoot the free throws.
No doubt. He's practiced a lot on that. I'm not trying to jinx him. He's 2 for 2. Let's knock this one down. Got it.
And he does just that. You know, he put in a ton of work even after games early in the year off the free throw line. He knew that was a spot where they really needed to see him improve, and he's done that. He's done that as he's 3 of 3 off the line here tonight. 7-point lead Northwest, 2:30 to play in the first half. Tunstall swings around left side. Prater pulls the trigger on a 3, won't go. Rebounded out long by Gordon. Now back with Prater, puts off glass, no good, and Walter Hamilton gets the board. A lot of contact on the tail end of that. Now Brandon, shot out of a cannon, up the floor he goes, lost his dribble, and had to pull it out and let the offense reset. Jones, straight up, thinking about pulling that 3 over the head of Gordon, thinks better of it. Now he's going to drive against him. Got it to the glass, and he got it to go. Good job there by Jones as he sucked the big man all the way out there on him and then blew by him.
He sure did. Great effort. Cuts the lead to 5. 30-25 Rangers.
First points tonight for Rod Jones. Jones, the freshman out of Albany, Georgia, Doherty High School. For Jones. Off low block, blocked. And a jump ball call. As Walter Hamilton said, big fella, I'll go up there with you, and he blocked it. Ball was knocked, I guess they say it was just steady there, nothing to do with it. Jump ball call, and ICC's got the possession arrow. So back to a 5-point lead, and again, they stretched it out to 11, and ICC's come chiseling back at it.
Good job by the Indians. As Jordan mentioned, we're down by 5, 30-25, a minute 40 left at halftime.
ICC led by 2 to start the game. Northwest is led by as many as 11, but an opportunity to chisel on a little bit more right here. As Jones double-teamed out top. Now Curry gets out of his way, lets him reset. Mims, Brown, and Jones were all together there on the left side for a moment. Brown working it out top with Sanders, still man-to-man. Been man-to-man all night, the defensive end for Shane Oakley's squad. Now right side corner, Jones going to pull up 3. Will it go? No, back iron, no good. Rebounded by Gordon. And here comes Northwest. They want to run off the rebounds, and they're going to do just that. As Sanders into the lane, partially blocked by Hamilton as the ball was controlled on the floor. They're going to say, I believe Mims or Hamilton fouled Curry as he came down with the rebound.
30-25, Rangers up by 5, 1:06 left in the halftime.
Foul's going to go on Mims, his first, team 6th. So we'll be shooting free throws rest of the way through. It's 5-point lead Northwest, 1:06 to play. Inbound to Gordon, back iron, no good, and Brandon Brown with the clear-out rebound. Quickly up the floor is Brown to the right side, started into the lane, now gave off to Mims with the left hand. Mims all the way to the glass, was fouled in the process of getting there, but it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Kean as he'll go back to the line. Fouls on 0. Sanders, his second, team's 9th. And we'll see Kean Mims to the charity stripe. 3 of 3 on the night is the freshman.
Showing a lot more confidence, driving to the goal also, Jordan.
It's a little short on that 1-and-1 front end. No good there for Mims. You got to watch Northwest off the rebound. As those guards, their eyes are up the floor. They try to push it on you when they get that opportunity. They got some good guards, too. Sanders, Prater, Richards, Tunstall, those are all guys that are good. It's trying to get it down low to Curry. Pass sails over his head out of bounds, and ICC will have it back. 41.5 seconds to go in the first half, so 11.5-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. You know, the key here, Jim, you just want to get a good look. You're not as worried about the time as you are just getting a good look. Jones goes away from the screen from Hamilton. Got a good look there. They're going to say count the basket. That's one of those that could have been a block or a charge. I didn't see much motion from the official. It is a block, count the basket, and Jones will go to the line for one more.
I think he's too far underneath. I think it's a correct call.
So inside that arc, because you got to watch that arc. Because most of the time your official will point to the arc and give you a very emphatic block call. We didn't get that. We just got to count the bucket. So sometimes count the bucket looks like charge if you're not careful. So a chance to cut it to a 2-point lead, which would be a gift for ICC after the start to this one. Free throw will not go, but still a one-possession game. Shot clock is on, a 1-second differential. As Northwest is going to hold it, you would think. They're just going to look for a good shot, but they knocked the ball loose. ICC's got it out front. 2-on-1, 2 being for Northwest. Brown all the way there. Lost it. Hamilton cleans it up, though, and cuts the lead to 1. Walter Hamilton with his 4th point of the night. So can Northwest get a bucket to end the first half? 10 on the game clock. As Lang has it out top, he's going to pull up from 12 feet. No good. Back iron. Rebounded by Kyles. He puts it up. He's fouled as he goes up, as that was Jackson. Excuse me. Kyles is on the floor, but that was Jackson with the rebound. Put it up and was fouled. And he'll have a chance at a couple free throws with 1.5 seconds remaining on the game clock. Jackson has not scored tonight. Freshman out of Starkville, so he and Prater played high school ball together for Coach Carter down there at Starkville High. His first free throw, front iron, no good for Jackson.
And Coach Carter's moving on.
He is moving on. And talk about a great career at a place. I mean, he was a standout at Mississippi State. It works his way into the head coaching role at Starkville. Has won numerous Coach of the Year. There's a couple state championships there at Starkville. As a second free throw rattles around, it's no good. Clock is going to run out, and ICC has cut it to a 1-point lead at the half. Northwest led it by as much as 10. ICC was able to, it was 10 at one point. Yeah, ICC cut it to 1, and then Northwest pushed it back, and they've cut it to 1 again right here at the half. What you trying to tell me? 13 was the largest lead, so it got past 11. But ICC, the 3-ball was kind to ICC and gets them back into it. 30-29, Northwest leads as we are at the half here inside the Davis Event Center. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with the halftime report brought to you by Little Caesars right after this. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest priced pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza. Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Quickest pizza in Itawamba County just got even quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. Just place your order from the convenience of your phone. It'll be hot and ready before you can get to 1405 South Adams Street to pick it up. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. 30-29, Northwest leads ICC in a game, Jim, that really could be defined in the first half by runs. As we saw a 9-0 run for ICC, then we saw an 11-0 run by Northwest, follow it right back. Then we saw a huge push from ICC there at the tail end of the first half. They trailed by 13. They cut it all the way to 1 at the buzzer to end the first half.
Jordan, I was very impressed with our effort, especially the last 5 minutes of the half. It got away from us. As Adam mentioned, it was a 13-point lead. We hit some threes, and then we started hitting the board better, played some pretty good defense, got it cut down to 1.
I thought the 3-ball was the one thing that kind of kept this from completely getting out of hand early. Stacy had a couple quick ones. Brandon had a couple as the shot clock ran out. If it weren't for those 4 3-balls, I don't know where we'd be in this game right now.
I think you're right. The momentum switched to us by hitting a few threes, and Brandon Brown's 2 threes were at the end of the shot clock. We had nothing going on, and he nailed them.
Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half, brought to you by the Bank of Okolona, a hometown bank serving Chickasaw County, the surrounding area, for over 75 years, bankofokolona.com. Jim, let's take a look at that scoring column.
As Jordan mentioned, it's 30-29. Northwest up by 1 here at the halftime. Northwest tonight, Jalen Sanders has 8. Deontay Gordon, the transfer from Wichita State, has 8. Prater has 4. Richards has 4. Tunstall came off the bench, has 2. Curry has 2, and Tyler Lang has 2. For the Indians tonight, Brandon Brown has 6. Hunter Stacy has 6. Ken Mims got going here late in the first half, has 5. Jalen Bean has 2. T.J. Wallace has 2. Rod Jones has got 4 points. And Walter Hamilton has 4 points to get us 29 points. Free throws, if I look at that real quickly, Northwest was 6 of 8 tonight, and the Indians were, I believe, 3 for 5.
Well, and this is the kind of game, I mean, it's a 1-point game at the half. This is the kind of game you got to look at that down the stretch. Neither team has shot the nets off from the free throw range all year. ICC shooting it at about 64%, Northwest at 62%. I mean, that's the kind of thing you want to watch down the stretch is who can shoot the best off the free throw line, who's going to have the most opportunities. I mean, a lot of times these tight games at the half come down to that. I mean, what are you thinking that Coach Bozeman's talking about at the halftime right now? I'm thinking one thing that has definitely stuck out to me in the first half of this one is that you got to pound the boards. They've got size there, but you got to get in there and beat and bang. But secondly, if you don't get the board, you have to haul tail back to the other end because they've proven as soon as they get it, they want to get the ball in the hands of Sanders, Prater, Richards, and Tunstall and run the floor as fast as they can.
You're right, Jordan. Those 3 guards are all athletic. They're going to run with the ball as soon as they get the defensive rebound, go down to the court. You got to play good defense, and we've done a good job, especially late in the first half, cut down our turnovers. As you mentioned, hit some big threes that got us back in the ball game.
30-29, Northwest leads ICC on sophomore night here from the Davis Event Center. This will be the last regular season game of the year for Northwest. They are at 6-7 on the year. ICC's at 5-7, but they've got another one scheduled for Saturday. I believe it's at 2 o'clock. I've seen that move around a little bit. I think 2 o'clock is the tip time down at Delta on Saturday. That will conclude the regular season for ICC. But this is a big one here, Jim. This game here, pretty much, you can sign, seal, and deliver. The winner of this one is going to be the 4th seed in the tournament as we move forward. As it looks like Northeast has pretty much wrapped up the 1. The 2 seed can still play around a little bit between Holmes and East Mississippi. But that 4 seed, that was wide open for whoever can win this game here tonight.
You know, it's an unusual year. This is our 3rd game with Northwest. As you mentioned, if we find a way to win tonight, we'll probably be the 4th seed going to the tournament.
Jim, how's that bracket looking? I mean, it is March. I mean, it's the madness season. How's it looking for you?
I've hit a few. I've missed a few, but I'm having a good time keeping up with the NCAA tournament. And, hey, you know, I'm an Ole Miss man. You're a Mississippi State man. I'm proud of the Mississippi State Bulldogs in the NIT tournament right now. And the Ole Miss women in the NIT tournament are doing okay.
I saw a pretty good joke today somewhere. It said that, congratulations to Ben Howell and Mississippi State for being one of the 4 remaining teams in the SEC still playing.
Good point.
Doesn't matter what tournament it's in, they're just still playing.
Right. No doubt about it.
That's good. And I bring that up because I wanted to mention Solomon Bozeman, son of Coach Eric Bozeman. He's actually an assistant at ORU, Oral Roberts University, as they knocked off Ohio State in the first round, knocked off Florida yesterday in the second round. I mean, if you had ORU going to the Sweet 16, you've got a pretty good bracket going right now.
You're probably making a pretty good amount of money maybe also.
It's Adam Gore sitting over here engineering the broadcast for us tonight. He actually picked the upset over Ohio State in the first round. We won't talk about what happened in the second round, though, Adam. The first round pick is good enough for me. 30-29, Northwest leads ICC. This has been the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with second half action here from the Davis Event Center. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
Northwest leads it by a point. They'll get the basketball to open up second half action here in Fulton in the regular season finale for Northwest, the home finale for ICC. They'll play one more on Saturday against Delta. Basketball swings around out top. Lang pulls up for three, left side wing, back iron, no good. Nobody wanted to go get the board, and Lang stood there, and it came to him. That's what we talked about in the halftime report, is you got to go get the boards when you can. Now pull up off the elbow, no good, and Mims went after it. He didn't get his hands on it, but was knocked out of bounds over there by Tunstall. As Lang couldn't get his shot to go, Tunstall couldn't get one to go. And ICC will get it back. They have a chance to take their first lead since they led it 2-0 early on.
You're right, Jordan. We're down 30-29. We just started the second half.
It's your traditional starters on the floor here. Sophomore night, we saw the 5 starters on the floor for ICC, but it's Brown, Jones, Hamilton, Mims, and Wallace are the 5 out there for Coach Bozeman. As ball, lazy pass, picked off by Tunstall. Now up the floor he goes, right hand, easy lay-in for Cavante Tunstall. He scored 2 in the first half. Now he has 2 here in the second half. First points of the second half for Northwest. They push the lead out back to 3.
18:55 left in the ball game. 32-29, Rangers up by 3.
Brown, top of the key, being defended out top by Tunstall. Now swings around the left side to Jones. Hamilton's trying to go to work against Lang down low. Hasn't been able to get in much position there, though. Mims drives in, pull up off the free throw line, front iron. Rebound got into the hands of Hamilton. He couldn't squeeze it, and it fell back to Tunstall. Tunstall now for Northwest, gives over up the floor. They come with Sanders, and it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say a foul in the process, though, and Sanders should go to the line. Fouls on Hamilton, his first, team's first here in the second half. And this will be an interesting thing to watch, as Jim always does a great job of keeping up with the free throw numbers for us. In a one-point game at the half, the free throw line should be important down the stretch. Let's see how each team shoots it as Sanders hits bottom of the net on his first.
Sanders now has 9 points for the night, leading the Rangers.
Sanders about a 70% free throw shooter on the year, knocks home both of those, as he is now 2 for 2 on the night from the free throw line. So 4 points so far in the second half, all belonging to the Rangers of Northwest. ICC will try to answer here as they trail by 5. 18-20 on the clock. Mims gets it, works around a defender, can't get it to go. Rebound knocked around, and Northwest clears it with Tunstall. Now here they come. This is what you got to watch out for. It's off the made basket or the miss. They want to push the floor really quickly on the offensive end. Tunstall now gets it back left side. Pull-up jumper rolls around no good. Rebounded by Wallace. Good job there by TJ. That's what you want on the rebounding side of things. Attack the basket and get in there and fight for it. Brown, pull-up jumper, back iron, no good. Rebounded by Richards for Northwest. And again, here they come. Up the floor, push. Now left side with Sanders. He drives it in there, and he's fouled. That's what happens a lot. You're going to get a good look in transition, or you're going to get fouled.
You mentioned it, Jordan. They're all so athletic. They get the rebound on the defensive end. They're sprinting up the floor on the offensive end.
Is that foul? They put it on number 1, Gentry, but Gentry's not on the floor. So 15. Now it's on TJ Wallace. That's TJ's first, team's second here of the second half. Gordon thought about the 3. Now kick left side for Lang. Wide open. Couldn't get it to go off the front iron. No good. Brown there for the board. Brown averages a double-double, and that's why. He gets into good rebounding position. Even though he's not a very big guy, only 6'2", 6'3"-ish, he knows where to get on the floor. He's not afraid to block anybody out. Hamilton pulls up from way downtown from what would be considered his range. No good. And Northwest off the miss, quickly up the floor. Tunstall, one too many steps, could have been. Ball knocked loose, gets it back now out top with Richards III. 3 steps inside the three-point lane. Richards puts up a shot, no good. Rebound batted around. He got his own rebound back. You've got to crash the boards. Tunstall, 3 pulled up, no good. Wallace knocks it into the hands of Hamilton. ICC gets it back, and they're going to pump the brakes.
Northwest will fire it from anywhere, anytime.
ICC has not scored through the first 3 minutes of the second half. They trail it by 5. Good entry pass down low to Brown. He puts it up, no good. Mims got in there, got a shot up. First one won't go. Second one does as Key and Mims fought through there and got it to go. There's a whistle on the floor. I don't know if Richards III was a little banged. He's walking maybe a little bit gingerly. Doesn't look like he's injured or anything, but he's going to come off the floor. They're going to allow for a substitution for Coach Oakley.
34-31. Rangers up by 3. 16:30 left in the ball game.
Prater, the freshman out of Starkville, walks the basketball up the floor against Deshaun Berry, who's now subbed into action. Now left side with Sanders. He drives all the way to the glass, tries to go up and under, won't go, but is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Mims didn't like that call. He turned and looked and kind of held his arms out. I don't know if they got him or if it was Wallace. Now they're going to put it on the board and say it was Wallace. So second personal on TJ, and that's going to send Sanders back to the line. Sanders 2 for 2 from the stripe so far here tonight. First one up for the lefty, bottom of the net, and good. So 3 for 3 on the night for Sanders, the freshman out of Collierville High School. 6'5", 165, averages nearly 10 points per game. He's got 11 tonight to lead all scoring. Here comes second one from Sanders. It rolls around. It's good as well. So Northwest to only shoot the free throws at 61% has done a pretty good job off the stripe here tonight.
They are 10 for 12 so far tonight.
Back to a 5-point lead for Northwest, 16-15 to play here in this one. Mims straight on with the goal, being defended by Gordon. He's going to walk off left side. They try to get the basketball down low to Brown. They want him to have an opportunity, but they're almost going boxing one with him as Mims pulls up, step inside the three-point line. No good. Now quickly again, up the floor, down the left side. This time is Sanders all the way to the rim. It rolls in and out, no good. Rebound from behind. There's lots of contact there, and it's got to be over the back on Northwest.
I think it's on Curry.
Yeah, that's got to be the call there. It's going to be the first foul of the second half for Northwest. It goes on the big fella, Curry. Curry at 6'11", he feels like he can probably get every board, but sometimes he can't go through the guy in front of him. He tried to just run over Big Walter there. So 5-point lead, under 16 to play now as ICC trying to cut back into that lead. They trailed by 1 at the half, 30-29. Had a slow start offensively here to the second half, but they try to get it in a little more rhythm offensively. Swinging it along the perimeter. Stacy in the corner. Now back to Barry. Barry thinks dribble drive. Can't go anywhere with it. Now back to Stacy. 15 on the shot clock as he comes back to his right. Now Wallace. Lane opens up in front of him. He got it all the way there. Put up the shot with the right hand. Was fouled by Tunstall. And he'll go to the line here for 2. That was the best ball movement I think I've seen all night on the offensive end for ICC. Foul is on Tunstall, his second, team's second. And we'll see T.J. Wallace go to the stripe here on sophomore night. Wallace had 2 points in the first half. We've talked about this a lot the last couple of weeks. The first free throw is no good. Only 12 free throw attempts for Wallace all year. As he's a slasher, he fights through contact all the time, but he doesn't get to the free throw line very much.
And that's surprising, being a slasher. You'd think he'd get fouled more.
Here's the second from TJ. It hits the back iron, but rattles around in and good. So split opportunity off the stripe for TJ Wallace here on his sophomore night. Sophomore out of Amory.
Indians down by 4, 36-32, 15:25 left in the ball game.
And we're going to see a zone look here. Haven't seen this all night long. Haven't seen it in weeks, really, for ICC, but it forces a turnover. Wallace around his back, gets it back to Barry. Left hand ball's blocked out top there by Tunstall. Northwest gets it back. Great close on the defensive end there by Cavante Tunstall. Now Stacy with the interception. Out front with Brown. Brown loses a handle on it, and it goes out of bounds. Well, the basketball was just up and down the floor. Brown looked like he was about to try to dunk it with the right hand, and he just couldn't get a good grip on the ball.
Great play by Hunter Stacy, and Brown just could not handle the pass.
Yeah, it was a pick-6-looking interception there for Stacy. He wanted that to lead to points. It's back into the 2-3 zone, back-to-back possessions here for the Indians. As this hadn't been a look we've seen out of them a whole lot. They trail by 4, under 15 to play. Sanders off left side, now to Prater. Prater step inside the 3, gives back to Sanders. He pulls up for the 3, off front iron, no good. Basketball hits the deck, rebounds fought for and controlled there by Deshaun Berry. Skip pass up the floor with Wallace through contact, gets it around Gordon off the left side, glass in and good. T.J. Wallace cuts the lead back to 2.
And he slashed to the goal like he does the last few games.
And he just got through contact as Gordon is 4 or 5 inches taller than him, but he got up and around him and got it all the way to the glass. Now Prater out top, still in that 2-3 zone. Been a bit of a disruption to the offense for Northwest. They get the basketball there to the elbow where you want it with Gordon. First shot won't go, but cleans up his own miss and puts it in off the left side.
Gordon now's got 10 points to the Rangers. They're up by 4. 14 minutes left in the ball game.
I was impressed by Gordon when we saw him a month ago, and it looks like he's continuing to get better down the stretch here for Northwest. Curry got way out top. Brown was trying to get it down to the low post, couldn't do it. Now Stacy for 3, front iron, no good. Barry cleans up the miss, puts it up. He's fouled from behind. He'll go to the line here for 2. As Deshaun pulling a little Brandon Brown there, got down to the low post, fought for some rebounds, and got fouled from behind.
Let's make the free throws here.
That foul's going to go against Gordon. I had him only with 2, but they're going to say that's his 3rd personal, team's 3rd. So that'll be something to watch as the first free throw by Barry's up and good, his first points of the night. But if you can get Gordon in some foul trouble, that definitely helps you out.
No doubt that helps the Indians.
And they're going to have to sub him off the floors. We're going to see Tyler Lang subs back in. Quinn Kyle's into the game. He'll sub off Curry. So Curry and Richards are both on the bench here. So you've got, at least from a size perspective, as the teams look a little more similar out there. Both free throws knocked home.
Good job by
Deshaun Berry.
Cut the lead to 2 points.
So back to 2 we go. ICC's cut it to 1 on several occasions, but has not been able to get over the top. They trail by 2. That 2-3 zone has caused problems. I mean, that has been a very different look on the defensive end for Shane Oakley's squad. 3-point pulled up way downtown. No good. Off the heel. Rebounded, though, offensively for Northwest. Ball knocked loose. Batted all over the place. Kyle's with it. Puts it up off the glass. In and good. Well, it was like a hot potato on the floor. It bounced all over the place. But Kyle's got it, and he knew what to do with it.
40-36. Indians down before they have the ball. 13:05 left in the ball game.
Wallace with it straight out top. Swings around right side to Barry in the corner. Barry wants to go down low. Gets it there with Brandon Brown working off the right side baseline. Now kicks back out top. Swung around to Wallace. Now back Stacy. Off left side elbow. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good little give and go with Barry. Subs down the lane. Puts it up off the right side. In and good. As a nice little give and go look there with Deshaun. And a travel on the other end. Northwest, too many steps. ICC's got it back again with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Good job by Barry on the cut, and an outstanding pass by Hunter Stacy to find him.
Yeah, you like to see that out top. Barry gave it over to Stacy, slipped in behind his man, and knew what to do with it when he got it in his hands. So 2-point lead as Brown walks the basketball up the floor. Barry's going to control it off the left side. Man-to-man. It's been a half-court man-to-man look all night for Northwest. Stacy off right side, 3-point range, dives up into the lane, nowhere to go with it. Ball knocked around, and here comes Northwest. 4-on-2 out in transition as big contact and a block. I don't think Deshaun quite got his feet set there. That's the right call down low. But, hey, that foul is better than them slamming it on top of your head as well.
No doubt about it.
Second foul on Deshaun, team's fourth, so it'll be an inbound pass down below the goal.
Indians showing more energy here in the second half, only down 40-38, 12-18 left in the ball game.
Sanders elected to throw the ball in for Northwest. He'll throw it all the way out top with Quinn Kyles. Kyle's got a good bit of playing time here tonight, the freshman out of Horn Lake. Don't remember him playing as much back a month ago, but he's seen considerable minutes here tonight as Richards off the left side, fouled as he goes up with the left hand. This will be a free throw opportunity as he'll go to the line for 2. Fouls on Walter Hamilton. It's his third, team's fifth. And Hamilton's going to have to come off the floor now. It's 12 minutes to go. You don't want to get a fourth foul on him here early. He's going to have to bring him off for a couple minutes as first free throw by Richards rolls around no good. And we're going to see that substitution as Hoskins subs into the game for ICC. He'll bring off Hamilton, who Hamilton's played really well down to the low post so far here tonight. Here's the free throw. Back iron no good. So 0 for 2 off the stripe there. So a gift for ICC. They still only trail it by 2. They got an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Brown, 90 feet. Ball blocked by Kyles, and here comes back Northwest. Out front with Bell. Up the left side, pulls up off the elbow. No good. Rattled around. Rebounded again, though, by Northwest. Into the arms of Richards. He pulls up back iron, no good. Batted around over the back foul call on Northwest. And ICC's going to get it back. It's just getting out of hand at times.
Is. Up and down the court, neither team scored then, but we're only down, Jordan, 40-38, 11:48 left in the ball game. We got the ball.
Second foul call on Quinn Kyles. Team's fourth. As ICC will get the basketball back. Barry, Brown, Wallace, Hoskins, and Stacy is your 5 on the floor for ICC. Tunstall and Richards are the guards as they go into a zone for Northwest. Gordon's back into the game as a forward. Kyles is the man in the middle. I've also got Corey Bell on the floor as well. Brown drives left side, gave it to Stacy. Off balance, 3, no good. Rebounded by Tunstall. Tunstall with the left hand, up the floor. Defended out top by Barry. Good job cutting off the basketball. Now Sanders drives the lane, ball knocked loose. It didn't go out of bounds. Somehow, Bell regains it back out top. Now Gordon pulls the trigger on a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound knocked around, and Deshaun Barry gets his hands on it. Track meet, here we come. Brown off the left side, contact, shots up, no good, and a charge call. I didn't think there was any way that Corey Bell had his feet anywhere close to set.
I would agree with you, Jordan. I believe it might have missed the call.
As I thought they got it right on the other end a little while ago, but I don't know about that one there. It looked like Bell was still moving, trying to get turned around, and sometimes you get that call when the offensive player's out of control. Brandon looked to be under control there, though, to me.
11 minutes left in the ball game. Northwest with the ball with a 2-point lead, 40-38.
Was a 1-point game at the half. Northwest has led it the whole way as they drive it off the right side with Tunstall good and push the lead back out to 4. ICC can cut it to 1 or 2, but they can't get over the top. Brown and Stacy off the right side at guard. Stacy swings it around the floor with Wallace now to Berry. Entry pass down to the post for Hoskins, and he got his pocket picked. Now again, out top is Tunstall. Good pass off the right side with Richards. He hands off to Gordon, and Gordon goes up for the slam once again. That's a 3-on-1 transition look for Northwest. That's where they're at their best. Make that 12 points on the night for D'Antoni Gordon. He and Sanders lead all scoring tonight with 12.
Push the lead to 6, 10:25 left in the ball game.
And that energy has swung back over to Shane Oakley's squad. Been a game of runs and swings so far tonight from Fulton. As ICC has been down by as much as 13. They've cut it as much as 1, but just have not been able to get over the top. Good pass from Jones to Hoskins. He can't quite handle it as Jones comes back on V-cut. Pull up three, front iron no good. Rebound knocked around. Brown puts up left hand and got it to go. I thought he was completely out of control on the rebound. I didn't think there was any way he'd get it. Somehow he got it, threw it off the glass, and it went in. Sometimes that man can make basketballs go in the hole. I don't have any idea how he's able to do it. As timeout on the floor, 44-40, Northwest leads, 9:59 to play here in this one. We got a good one for you down the stretch from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Well, folks, the housing market is crazy, but when you get ready to sell your house or buy your dream home, give Ricky Murphy a call at 842-3844. That is Tommy Morgan Realtor, Ricky Murphy. Find him on Facebook at Ricky Murphy, TM Realtors. 44-40, Northwest leads ICC, under 10 to play in tonight's action from the Davis Event Center. Northwest working with it off the left side with Sanders. He quickly is able to put it up over there with the left hand in and good, as that was Richards, not Sanders, for Northwest. So back to a 6-point lead. Largest lead so far of the second half for Northwest. It was a 1-point game at the half. Brown with it out top, left side with Jones. 3-point bucket up from Berry, left side of the corner. He just rattles it home. In and good. As Deshaun hadn't pulled that trigger on the three much this year, but when he has, he shot it pretty well.
Good job by Berry. He's got 7 quick points here in the second half. Cuts the lead 43-46.
Pass comes down low as Curry just turns, slams it, fouled in the process. He'll go to the line for one more, as he almost didn't even have to come off the floor. The big fella knew what to do with the basketball when he got it in his hands. Foul goes on on Hoskins, his first, team 7th. So free throws rest of the way through the second half for Northwest, and Hoskins is going to sub off, and we're going to see Hamilton sub back in there. Free throw by Curry's badly missed off the right side iron. Hamilton clears the board, and ICC gets it back. 5 is what they trail by, under 9 to play here from Fulton. As you got plenty of time, you just got to get more consistent, I think, on the offensive end. As Jones working with Hamilton, try to get that screen set on Gordon. Couldn't make it happen. Now basketball swings right side to Brown. Brown gets that screen from Hamilton. He's going to go with it to the left side. Step back 3 for Brown. Front iron, no good. Rattles around, out of bounds. It touched off of the hands of D'Antoni Gordon, and ICC gets it back. I don't know why Gordon didn't just catch the basketball. He had his hands there, and he just let it go.
Jordan will get another opportunity here. Down by 5, 8:42 left in the ball game.
Brown will throw it in for ICC. Looking where he wants to go with it. As he had Jones down the lane, couldn't get it there. Threw the pass in towards Berry. It was knocked loose by Gordon, or by Richards out top. That could have been intercepted. Lucky for ICC, it hits the scorer's table, and they'll get another opportunity. And it's going to be a substitution. As Kean Mims is going to sub onto the floor. He's going to sub off Stacy. So let's set the floor for the Indians. It's Brown, Hamilton, Berry, Stacy. Brown, Hamilton, Berry, Mims, and Jones are the 5 out there as Stacy subs off the floor. Brown takes it off the entry pass, 12 on the shot clock. Left side now with Mims. Look down low, nowhere to go. Back to Berry. He's going to drive baseline through contact, puts it up, no good. Could have been a foul call there on big Carlos Curry, but no call there off the baseline. Board cleared by Tunstall. He'll walk it up the floor. They're just so quick on those defensive rebounds. Now Richards drives left side. Another up and under opportunity, and he gets it to go again. He's good when he gets off that left hand. Even if he gets under the goal, he can finish it with the right side.
Richards now got 8 points, pushes the lead out to 7. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Indians down by 7.
Been very impressed with Jalen Sanders, James Richards III, and Cavante Tunstall at the guard spots tonight for Northwest. Now they bring Prater off the bench, and he's good as well. Mims working on Gordon. Started in down low, now backs it up off the left side wing. 10 on the shot clock. Got to do something quickly. Jones starts left, now back right. Pull up jumper. Good from 2 steps inside the 3-point line. Jones' first points here of the second half as ICC cut it back to 5, under 8 to play here inside the DEC.
Jordan Moore hanging around.
There's that zone defense back. Has got out of it for a minute. They've gone into man-to-man, but back into that zone look. Now down low with Curry. And a foul call. That's going to be the 4th foul, I believe, on Hamilton. With 7:23 to go, Walter Hamilton is going to get called for the foul. He's going to have to go to the bench, and they're going to have to make a substitution. As Curry will go to the line for the 1-1, but Walter's going to have to go take a seat. Got to do it here if you're Eric Bozeman. I mean, you can't risk your big fella fouling out down low. I don't know see what happens with the game. We'll see what the game dictates, but it's going to be a few minutes, I think, before you see him again.
Put Mitchell in for Hamilton.
Shamontis Mitchell subs in as Curry's free throw, no good. He's 0 for 2 off the free throw line here so far tonight. 5-point disadvantage for ICC as they look to cut into that on the offensive end. Brown straight up, had screen from Mims, nowhere to go. Now off the left side with Jones. Now into the corner. Mitchell. Haven't seen a ton of playing time from Shamontis here tonight as we swing it around right side with Mims. 10 on the shot clock. Mims thought about pulling the 3, but is going to dip off down low instead. Now Brown back to Berry. Pull up 3 from the other corner. It hits the bottom of the net. Berry hit one from the left side. Now from the right side, the freshman from Holka is heating it up from deep.
Got 10 points in the second half. We're down by 2, 50-48.
2 points again. As quickly now Prater pull up 3. Back iron no good. ICC controls the rebound. They got a chance to tie or take the lead. Jones into the lane. Contact. Shots up. Count the basket. It's tied. He'll go to the line for one more. And they're going to say no. Are they waving it off?
Oh.
No shot.
I
have no idea.
He was in the air.
He's in the air. That's a terrible call. It's a good thing we're sitting up here on the second level, because if I was on the scorer's table, I'd be tearing that up. As ball's knocked loose, and we're back to a 2-point disadvantage. ICC had a chance to take the lead off the free throw line, and they have it ripped away. Now into the lane. Layup good for Tunstall. As I would imagine, during this timeout, Eric Bozeman may have a word with an official, because Jones was in the air putting the shot up. He was fouled. He had to go to the free throw line, missed it, and it translates to points. That's a 5-point swing possibly in the basketball game.
We're getting ready to take the lead, hopefully by 1 point.
52-48, Northwest leads, 6:26 to go in this one as a barn burner down the stretch here from Fulton. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
(52-48), Northwest leads at 6:26 to play, but what a swing in the game there as Jones went up in the lane, tried to go up for the layup, looked to be fouled as the shot went in, didn't go, as we're going to take a look at the replay right here. As luckily, he got the shot to go down as he just comes down the lane right here. He's in the air. There's the foul as he goes up, and they call the foul. They wave it off. They send him to the line for it was an inbound pass down low, turned over, and Northwest scores it on the other end. I mean, that's potentially a 5-point swing in under 7 minutes to play.
You know, we all make mistakes. I believe the official made a mistake
I think that's the nicest way you could possibly put that. All you can do is just buckle back down offensively and go back at them. As Jones has it out top, left side now with Mims. Good pass down low to Brown. He couldn't handle it, and Richards has it for Northwest. Now skip pass up top with Sanders into the lane, left side all over the place, couldn't get it to go, and Jones got the board. Now Brown's all alone out top. He'll easily lay it up off the right side. I don't know how Brandon ended up all by himself down here, but there he was, nobody within 10 feet. So put Brandon Brown into double figures tonight on sophomore night. 10 points for the sophomore out of White Station in Memphis.
And we've cut it to 2. 52-50.
Back to 2 again. Now Gordon steps into a 3. Rolls around, no good. But the rebound is cleaned up by Carlos Curry and slammed home. So back to 4. Now Jones, three-pointer. Up, it's in the bottom of the net. Rod Jones pulls the trigger from the left side wing. And again, we're to 1 point.
54-53. Northwest up with the ball. 5:25 left in the ball game.
ICC is going to try to trap the basketball. As they've gone out of the 2-3 zone now, they've gone more into a trap. They're trying to trap it out top. Ball's knocked loose, batted around. They nearly had it. Go outside. Now there's a whistle, and it's a charge, and ICC's got it back.
Might have been a made-up call because I don't know if we're set, plus it's too far underneath. We'll take it.
We'll take it. ICC trails by a point, 5:13 to go, and they got the basketball the chance to take the lead. There's been several times tonight where the basketball has just got knocked loose and bounced all over the place. It's impossible to keep up with how many people touch it. Mims, Mitchell, Brown, Jones, and Berry. That's your 5 on the floor for ICC. They trail it by a point. 5 minutes to play right now. Mitchell working with the baseline, stopped by Gordon. Now left side with Berry. Swung all the way around the floor to Rod Jones. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He drives the lane. Contact. Shot went up. They're going to say no shot. That's the correct call this time. That'll be the 7th team foul, though, on the Rangers, so Jones will go to the line for a 1-and-1 here. Fouls on Sanders, his 3rd personal. So taking a look at the foul trouble situation, there's 3 fouls on Sanders for Northwest, 3 on Gordon. For ICC, the only guy really in any foul trouble is Walter Hamilton. He has 4. His first free throw by Jones, up and good.
Jones now in double figures. He's got 10 points. And he tied the ball game. We could take the lead here with 4:51 left in the ball game.
Chance to take first lead of the second half here for ICC. Free throw up and good. ICC has stormed back and taken the lead. They've trailed by as much as 13 tonight, but they've just fought tooth and nail throughout it all. They've come back and they got the lead with 4:45 to play. Back into a 2-3 zone. As you know, there's a little chess match going on between Shane Oakley and Eric Bozeman as to what ICC is going to do defensively in each possession. 3-point up, no good. Back iron for Richards, rebounded by Brown for ICC.
Jordan, how many threes has Northwest made tonight?
Well, they've taken a bunch, and I don't have them making any.
I don't either, and I think we're wanting them to keep shooting those threes.
Well, Jim, in that contest they played here in February, they were 1 of 18 from the three-point line.
I don't think they've hit one tonight.
I don't, by my records here, and I can 100% have messed this up, I don't have them making a 3 tonight. They only shoot it at 27% for the year. Mims, he'll jack one up, no good. Rebounded by ICC. He goes up with it as Mitchell, and he's fouled in the process. He'll go to the line for 2. That's a shooting foul. Foul goes on 2, D'Antoni Gordon, and that's his 4th. So that's the 8th team foul, but that's 4 on Gordon. And now Coach Oakley's got to think, 4:04 to play. Do I sub him off the floor here, or do I just ride through it and say, hey, you know, you're a sophomore, you're a leader here. You got to know better than to get that 5th foul. His first free throw by Mitchell, back iron, no good. Jim, we talked about it at the halftime report. It's a tight game. Free throws are always important. Whoever shoots the free throws better in the second half may win the contest, and that's kind of what it's looking like.
No doubt about it.
2-point lead for ICC as Mitchell's second's up and good. 4:04 to play, and we will see Gordon sub off, even if it's just for a moment. He'll come off the floor, and Quinn Kiles comes back in there.
That's Mitchell's first point in the ball game. We have our largest lead of the night, 56-54, with 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Prater works against Jones up the floor. ICC looks like they'll go in a man-to-man set defensively. We've seen the trap, we've seen the man-to-man, we've seen the zone, but they've changed it up frequently here in the second half. Prater mismatched with Mims out top, working against him, picks up his dribble, left side to Sanders. Sanders into the lane, partially blocked by Mims, but it goes in anyway. Cuts the lead to 2 for ICC with 3:40 to play here.
Tied it up.
A little late on the scoreboard,
That's okay.
So we're straight up tied at 56. 3:40 to play. We'll take the timeout. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The tab's right here.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Well, we've been saying it all night. Got a good one coming down the stretch here from Fulton. All squared 56, under 3:40 to play here in the contest. ICC on the offensive end. It was a one-point game at the half. We're all tied with 3:30 to play. Mims working against Lang straight up top, works with the right hand, blocked by Curry. As Curry did a great job coming off his man on the left side block, got there into the lane, and knocked that one up in the stands. Got to be aware of the big 6'11 fella down low on any type of drive like that. Now here comes Brown, give and go back with Mims, swung left side to Mitchell, all the way across the floor to Rod Jones, pulls the trigger on a three, can't get it to go, and rebounded by Sanders.
56 apiece, 3:10 left in the ball game.
There goes Sanders, shot out of that cannon again into the lane, kicks it out. I wonder how many kick-out buckets they've got this year, because that's the goal on transition for them. Get it to the logo and kick it out somewhere. Man-to-man defensively for ICC, as Northwest has not made a three-point jumper all night. Prater working against Jones, tries to get it into the lane. Took a step there, didn't get called for it. Put up a shot, no good, rebounded by Deshaun Berry.
2:40 left in the ball game. We're all tied, 56 apiece.
Both teams content, slow things down a little bit. Make sure you're getting good looks on the offensive end. As Northwest has stretched that man-to-man defense out wide here. Berry's got it, gives back to Jones. He's going to fade away from 8 feet. He goes in. Good look there for Rod Jones as he fades away from behind the block. Timeout, Eric Bozeman. ICC leads by 2. 2:23 to play in the contest. Let's take the break. We'll be right back. ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
(58-56), ICC leads by 2. That's their largest lead of the night. Northwest led by as much as 13 in the first half, but the Indians have stormed from behind. They lead it with 2:20 to play here in the contest. ICC settles back into that 2-3 zone. As you know, we've said it several times, Northwest has struggled to shoot it from deep tonight. That makes it a lot easier to get into that zone. As there we saw it, Gordon was a step inside the three-point line, couldn't get it to go, and ICC got the rebound.
Good defense, good rebound. Maybe we can get our largest lead of the night right here. We're up by 2 with the ball, 2 minutes left in the ball game.
As we've got a whistle and a 10-second call. ICC just too slow bringing the ball up the floor. And look, I mean, we can look at the shot clock. It says 19. You can't argue that call. That is an inexcusable unforced error there on the Indians.
Unfortunately, we were not paying attention.
Had an opportunity to expand it past a one-possession game, under 2 minutes to play, and just give a turnover away. Northwest was sitting back in a man-to-man in the half court. They weren't pressuring you whatsoever. So ICC needs to get a stop back right here as they sit into that 2-3 zone. Richards with the ball. Now right side. Over there with Tunstall. Tunstall wants to go down low, nowhere to go with it. Now swung back out top. 2 on the shot clock. They're going to have to force something. Tunstall puts up a 3. It rattles around no good. Brown with the board for the Indians. Well, I felt like they hadn't hit one all night. That one was bound to go into the bottom of the net, but it doesn't do so. Now ICC is going to get it across the half-court stripe here. They're not going to fool with that anymore. Mims drives through that. They're going to get him for a double dribble. It looked like the ball may have been knocked loose, but I guess they're going to say hit it off his knee, then he touched it with both hands. Double dribble is the right call there, and back-to-back turnovers with an opportunity to expand the lead.
Right, we got a 2-point lead. Could be up 4-6 turnovers. Hey, we're still up by 2. A minute 22 left in the ball game. Play good defense.
Brown, Berry, Jones, Mims, and Mitchell are the 5 on the floor for ICC. Curry, Gordon, Tunstall, Sanders, and Richards III are the 5 on the floor here for Northwest. Excuse me, it's Prater out there. It's Prater instead of Sanders. 15 on the shot clock. Prater with it out top against that 2-3 zone. Work left, now back right, skip past to Gordon, down low, has position, puts it up. He's fouled from behind. As Brown tried to locate him from behind and get in there, tried to block it from behind, but it got a little bit of arm in the process, and he's going to send Gordon to the line for 2 free throws. Under a minute to play, he's got an opportunity as a foul actually is going to go against Mims. Well, I thought Brown had a big hack at it, but the foul goes against Mims. Gordon will shoot 2. First one rattles in and good. So big free throw coming here for D'Antoni Gordon. They trail by 1. Chance to tie it up. 59.4 seconds to play. Gordon, a 73% free throw shooter on the campaign. Second one, bottom of the net.
Tied up.
Go ahead, Jim.
I'm sorry. Tied up. A minute left in the ball game.
6 points here in the second half for Gordon. 8 in the first half, so 14 for the transfer from Wichita State. Under 45 seconds to play. ICC, hey, again, just want a good look on the offensive end is what you're trying to do here in a tie game. Mims has it out top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Left side to Mitchell. Mitchell thought about going left. Now he's going to keep it into the lane. Drives in there, puts off the glass. No good. Rebounds, fought around, tied up. Whistle and a jump ball. Who's got possession? ICC has possession. And we got whistles. And the referee's going to have a conversation. It's all going to result around the shot clock. There's 1 second on the shot clock, but off the jump ball there should be a reset, but no reset. So it's going to stick at 1. So ICC is going to have a play drawn up here. You know you don't have any time other than just a pass in. You got to get off a shot. So we'll see what Eric Bozeman can draw up. Let's keep it here during this break, Jim, as we're all square at 58, 30 seconds to play. Was a game in the first half. Northwest led it by 13. ICC scrapped and clawed. They cut it to a 1-point lead at the half. And then here in the second half, been a back-and-forth seesaw type affair.
No doubt about it, Joe. Give Coach Bozeman a lot of credit. Switching up the defenses, a little press, man-to-man, went to a zone one time, went to a 1-2-2 press, making them shoot from outside, and at this time they have not been able to hit from outside. Great job by Coach Bozeman.
Officials huddled up over at the scorer's table, making sure they've got everything right. You would expect this conversation taking place with Eric Bozeman and his guys are going to be, what do we want to do here off the inbound? As you've got to either get a streaker down the lane or you've got to run somebody off a screen from the three-point line to get them open. As an explanation is being given to Shane Oakley over on the Northwest bench. Northwest is going to be able to hold it for the last shot no matter what happens here. And they did reset the clock. So 19 seconds is on the shot clock, so they were able to reset it off of the inbound pass. So scratch everything we said about having to get an immediate look here. Everything we've said the last minute's off the table as you want to probably just – you want to inbound the ball here. You want to get a good look. And now we're ready to play, and we're talking about it again. I've never understood that as officials all huddle together. They talk about what they're going to do. Everybody gets ready to play, and then somebody blows the whistle and wants to talk again.
They just want to visit, I think.
As we're going to put 20 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know where 19 ever came into play. But we got 20 on the shot clock. You got to be careful with the basketball here if you're ICC. Entry pass up top with Mims. You got to think this play is going to run through Brandon Brown, you would expect. 10-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Northwest is going to have a look at it to end the contest unless ICC can get an offensive board or something like that. Brown drives right side all the way in there, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounds knocked around. Northwest has their hands on it, still loose, and a foul's called 60 feet away from the basket on a loose ball. Goodness gracious. 10 seconds on the game clock, 9.8 officially.
It's a 2 shot for 1-1.
It's going to be a 2-shot foul. That's 10 on ICC. As you know, late in the game, and not to harp on officiating, but late in the game, you got guys going for the ball. The ball was still loose, I would say. And they're going to get a foul call on Rod Jones. That's his third, team's 10th. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for James Richards, the third. Here comes the first one for Richards. It's up and good.
We still got time. Regardless if he makes it or misses it, we got 10 seconds to get the shot off.
Richards is the guy we mentioned earlier. He's attempted more free throws than anybody else on the team for Northwest at a 65% clip. 3 of 3 on the night. That's Richards, the sophomore out of South Haven. Here comes the second one. Big bucket here. Chance to put your team up by 2. Here it comes from Richards. It's rattling around, no good. A bucket wins, and ICC had 2 guys going for the rebound. It's off the foot of Brandon Brown and out of bounds. And I believe we're going to have a timeout on the floor. I believe Northwest is going to call a timeout. They're going to go with something to try to get the basketball in. 8.6 seconds on the game clock. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the remainder of this one. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
(59-58), Northwest leads ICC. 8.6 seconds to play here in this one as they're going to have an inbound play underneath their own goal. ICC, Jim, you go for the steal. If you don't get it immediately, you've got to foul whoever's got the basketball.
You got to foul. That way you leave yourself with a little time to come down. Even if they make both free throws, you got time to shoot a 3 and hopefully tie the game.
So ICC had an attempt at the rebound. They had 2 guys. I know Brown was one. I couldn't tell who the other was. I thought it was T.J. Wallace, but I'm not positive at that. Ball just goes off one of their legs as they're going for the same rebound out of bounds in Northwest. You know, they've got to get the ball in. I don't know what the timeout situation is here. If they've got one, you wouldn't expect to see a 5-second count. But you got to do everything you can to prevent the basketball, first from getting in, and secondly, if it does get in, you want to try to steal it quickly. Stacy will cover Richards, who will throw it in for Northwest. Stacy all over the place. Good job. They do have a timeout. They call it. It's a good job defensively by ICCs. I don't know what Northwest was doing there. They started everybody on one side of the floor. They all came back to the short side, and it was just a congested mess. There was nowhere to go. So 1-point advantage, 8.6 seconds to play. Worst case scenario, if you foul and make 2 free throws, you've got an opportunity to hit a 3 at the buzzer and try to tie things back up.
Do we have any timeouts left? I've not kept up.
Nobody called hardly any timeouts in the first half. I struggle to keep up with it.
No, we got 2.
Each team's got 2, so and that's how that is nobody called any in the first half, so you've got a slew of them late here down the stretch, which is good. I mean, that's what you want as a coach. Great for Coach Oakley to have that one under his belt there. They would have been in a world of trouble. On the floor for the Indians, Brown, Stacy, Wallace, Jones, and Mims. James Richards III will sub in. He'll throw in this basketball off the baseline for Northwest. There's a foul before the inbound passes. Wallace got beat. That's probably a pretty smart foul call there, as if they were able to inbound that to Sanders, it was going to be an easy layup with the left hand. Jalen Sanders receives the foul. Foul does go against Wallace. It'll be a 2-shot foul. Sanders, one of the better free throw shooters on the team, 70% on the year for the freshman out of Collierville High School. First one from him is up and good. He shot them well tonight. He hasn't missed one. He's 5 of 5. That one there puts them up by 2, 60-58, 8.6 seconds to play. As big Carlos Curry's going to sub in for defensive help down to the other end of the floor for Northwest. But here we go. Sanders an opportunity to make this a 3-point game. Here's the shot. It rattles in and good as well. So it's going to take a 3 to tie and get you to overtime, and you expect Northwest to pick up defensively in the full court. Let's see if Brown advances the ball and calls a timeout. Doesn't look like he's going to do so. Yeah, there's the whistle. I thought that's probably what they were going to do as he crosses the half-court stripe. Timeout's called by Eric Bozeman. 5.6 seconds remaining in the contest. Jim, that's plenty of time This is a game here where the winner is going to be the 4 seed in the tournament here in a couple of weeks. A lot's riding on these last 5.6 seconds. If ICC can tie this up, get it to overtime, anything can happen at that point.
No doubt about it, Jordan. And you got to shoot the 3 here. And if you get the offensive rebound, you got to kick it out again immediately and try to hit the second 3. We're down by 3, 5.6 seconds left in the ball game.
Expect the ICC to get to 3-point shooters on the floor here. They've shot the 3 ball well tonight. 6 made threes for the Indians. Northwest, by comparison, they hadn't made a 3 all night. You'd expect to see Stacy in there. Brown will obviously be on the floor. Deshaun Berry, a couple made threes tonight. He can shoot the 3 ball pretty well. I'm just looking at percentages here. Rod Jones, obviously, he shoots the 3 ball pretty well. That's going to be the guys you want to get on the floor, I would think. Possibly a big fella down low for the rebound and the kick out for a second opportunity, if that's what comes. Let's see who they put here on the floor. As there's the whistles waiting on the teams to break up the huddle. It's going to be Brown, Jones, Wallace, Mims, and Stacy. That's your 5 on the floor here for ICC. Wallace is going to inbound the basketball. So they advance the ball, 5.6 seconds to play. There's a different-looking 5 on the floor defensively here for Northwest. They took Curry off the floor after the timeout. Inbound to Brown. Got to make something happen quick. He's working in one-on-ones. Going to pull up from NBA range. Off the back iron, no good. That's your ball game, folks. 61-58. Northwest has won a back-and-forth affair. They fought tooth and nail just like ICC did. They're going to escape the Davis Event Center winners tonight by a 3-point margin. Let's take a break. We'll come back and close this thing down from Fulton as ICC is going to fall to 5-8 on the year, 7-7. Northwest improves to that record. They'll be the 4th seed in the tournament here in a couple of weeks. ICC will fall to the 5 spot. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
61-58, the Northwest Rangers knock off ICC in the regular season home finale for the Indians. That's the regular season finale for Northwest. They'll be the 4th seed in the North. ICC will be the 5th seed in the North when state tournament action opens up here in a couple of weeks. Not really sure exactly when we will see those final seedings. Several games left to be played. ICC is going to play down at Delta on Saturday at 2 o'clock. So we got a ways to go before we were able to lock down all of that action. It'll be occurring, though, here in the next couple of weeks. Please enjoy these Little Caesars replays. Little Caesars, the quickest pizza in Itawamba County, just got even quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. Just place your order there from the convenience of your phone. It'll be hot and ready for you, we promise, when you get to 1405 South Adams Street to pick it up. This is the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more about their rewards extra checking account. Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Is it at the half, Adam? start of the second half here in ladies action. ICC's leading Northwest 34-29. Opportunity for Robin Porter's bunch to improve to 11-2 on the campaign. As Jim, Renaissance Bank post-game report, when we talk about our Sonic star of the game tonight, we'll see what you have to say about it. As far as I go, I've got to give it to Rod Jones. 13 points tonight, 9 of those coming in the second half. At times when the offense looked like they didn't have much of an identity, didn't know where to go with the basketball, he was able to take over. That's the freshman, Rod Jones, out of Albany, Georgia. He's played well all year, and I think he's got a big career ahead of him.
I do too, and I'd give Rod Jones the nudge. And also talk about Deshaun Berry. He had all 10 of his points in the second half, played well down the stretch.
Let's go ahead and take a look at those Sonic stats. Text Sonic to 876-642 to get special offers. Message and data rates may apply. Also, don't forget to download the Sonic app for additional specials. Jim, let's take a look at those second half numbers.
Again, Northwest won 61-58 tonight in a very competitive ball game. Leading Northwest tonight, their outstanding guard, Jalen Sanders, had 16. Gordon, the transfer from Wichita State, had 13. James Richards, the other good guard, had 9. Prater had 4. Tunstall came off the bench, had 8. Carlos Curry, the big 6'11" transfer from Ole Miss, had 6. Lang had 2, and Kyles had 2. We mentioned the ICC Indians tonight, led by Rod Jones, the player of the game with 13 points. Deshaun Berry had 10. Brandon Brown, the double machine, got 10 points tonight. Walter Hamilton had 4. Stacy had 6. Mitchell had 1. T.J. Wallace had 5. Ken Mills had 7. And Jalen Bean on sophomore night had 2 tonight. Free throws tonight, Northwest was 15-22. The Indians were 9-13.
Tonight's Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi play of the game. I think it's got to be that three-pointer Brandon Brown hit at the buzzer early in this one as the team had looked just out of sorts offensively. They trailed by 10 points. Brown hit that three. That ignited a 9-0 spark that cut the lead back to 1. It was a seesaw affair early in that with a 1-point game at the half, and then again a seesaw affair in the second half, really all the way down the stretch. That Orthopedic Institute play of the game. Stop by and see Dr. Gabe Rulowitz and his staff, all the outstanding people there at Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. They'll check out those nagging aches and pains. Call them at 377-BONE. That's 377-BONE to set up an appointment today. As Jim, down the stretch, it was a game where ICC felt that energy kind of get away from them a little bit down the stretch. But credit to Northwest. They made their free throws, and they took care of the basketball down the stretch.
They made the free throws at the end of the ball game. Like you mentioned, we did a good job defensively forcing them to shoot the three-pointers, which they made none. That kept us in the ball game. We just couldn't find a way to close it at the end of the ball game.
That's the story tonight from the Davis Events Center. 61-58. Northwest knocks off ICC. They will improve to 7-7 on the year. ICC is going to fall to 5-8. As we mentioned, they'll be the 5 seed in the state tournament action here in just a couple of weeks. Stick along with Let's Go ICC on Twitter to figure out what's going on down the stretch with that ladies action. They lead into the second half, Adam. But Coach Robin Porter, they're going to try to bring home a win from Senatobia here tonight. Yeah. As Adam doesn't have his mic on.
There we go. There's my microphone. Yeah, ICC closed the first half on a 14-4 run to go up by 5 at halftime. But I'm not going to let you out of here that easy.
I was trying to get off the air.
I know you're trying to get off the air in this sense. But, Jordan, this is your last, broadcast that, at least for now, as you're moving on to bigger and better things, graduating, if you will, from ICC. But I do want to give you a moment, and first I'll start with Mr. Jim, give you a moment to speak with Jordan. Of course, you can hear my comments to Jordan tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the ICC Hour on 101.9 FM. But, Jim, I know you've been along his side, football, basketball this season, and he's been a great help for us. Give the floor to you, and then we're going to turn it over to Jordan to say his farewells and then wrap it up for tonight.
I appreciate that. I'm going to be honest with you. Jordan Smith's been a delight to work with. So talented. There's no doubt about it. I've said this on the front end. Y'all need to kick me out of the booth. I'm glad I get to say a few things during color. Jordan Smith is a natural, so talented doing ball games. He's got a great career ahead of him. I know he's going to do great at Mississippi State raising money for the engineering school, but he's going to also help out in sports somewhere because he's super talented. Not only that, he's a super nice guy. Jordan, I've enjoyed working with you.
Well, that means a ton coming from you, Jim. And let me say this about this institution is, Adam, we talk about this and in that interview that everybody can hear tomorrow, but everybody here accepted me. I did not go to school here. I didn't know a lot about the place when I put in. I knew a lot about recruiting. I thought I did at least until Dr. Hab and her staff kind of worked with me and tailored me and got me to the point I'm at. But the people here are second to none from the top down. Jay Allen, if there's a better president in the state, I don't know where it's at. He does things the right way. He cares about the people on this campus, staff, faculty, and students. And when you've got leadership like that at the top, that says a lot about your institution. His cabinet, though, they're the same way. The teachers and the professors on this campus, they're the same way. The students that we get an opportunity to go out and recruit and bring onto this campus, they're the same way. Our athletic coaches, our teams that we're able to work with, they're the same way. I feel like sometimes the statement that this place was second to none and this is a family here, those types of things get overused. A lot of people say that, and they shouldn't, because it's not. That's not the case here. There's a couple mottos used here. The best start here. I believe that. This place is a family. The people here are second to none, and I've been here for 2 years. I've enjoyed waking up every day and coming to work and working with you guys and all the guys I've had the opportunity to work with, and the ladies I've had an opportunity to work with as well. So, this place isn't going to change because I'm leaving. Dr. Hab and her staff are going to do a great job. You guys are going to continue to do a great job. And if I'm lucky enough, Adam may extend me an invitation to come back and sit with you guys at some point. But thank y'all. I've enjoyed every minute of my time here on our campus for the last 2 years.
And Jordan, I know I speak for the ICC family that's listening right now. They greatly appreciate everything that you've poured into the basketball games, the football games, the college itself, and I know they wish you the best of luck going forward, too. So I'm going to hand it over to you one last time and let you tell us good night.
Well, thank you very much. 61-58, ICC drops their regular season home finale, we'll call it. But they've got more action to come as they'll be on the road on Saturday at 2 o'clock at Mississippi Delta, and then there'll be some state tournament action coming up after that as got some young guys and got a good team, and the future is definitely bright for Coach Payton, Coach Bozeman, and their guys. So signing off one final time for me this year. For Jim Ingram and Adam Gore, I'm Jordan Smith saying so long tonight from the Davis Event Center. It was a 61-58 win for Northwest over ICC. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.